I will now call the November 7th Blue Springs City Council meeting to order. If you would stand with me, observe a moment of silence, and I will lead you in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. I want to welcome those of you in attendance as well as those that might be watching on Cable TV 7 to tonight's City Council meeting. Next, we have the consent agenda. Are there items that need to be pulled? If not, accept the motion for approval.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Quibell?
Aye.
Councilman Levisay?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously.
Next, we have a public hearing on the annexation of 851 Southwest Bowling Road.
Mayor, the city has the following exhibit to enter into the record. City Council information form with attachments, site location map, site aerial map, plat map, affidavit of publication in the Examiner on Wednesday, October 19th, 2016. Applications with attachments, proof of ownership, 185-foot notification map, names and addresses of property owners within 185 feet of site, copy of letter sent to said property owners, Title IV Land Use Section, Blue Springs Code of Ordinances by reference, 2014 Comprehensive Plan by reference, and Bill number 4451, annexing the property. This is all we have to offer for the record.
Thank you. Mr. Holly, on behalf of the city.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of the City Council. Before you tonight is a request by Nicholas Mortarello for an annexation of property that is located immediately south of Southwest Indigo Hills Drive along Southwest Bowling Road, more commonly known as 851 Southwest Bowling Road. The property consists of approximately 0.86 acres. It is zoned AG, which is county agricultural, and there is a single-family home on the property at present. With that, I will stand for any questions.
Are there any questions, Mr. Holly? Seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
Is the requester present and like to make comments?
Here.
Would you like to add anything to what he said, or are you okay with what he said?
Okay with what he said.
Okay, all right, thank you. Then we will go to the public. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak in support of? In support of? In opposition to? Opposition to? Close this public hearing. Now we have the introduction and first reading of Bill 4451, and we will first read only in second read at the meeting on the 21st.
I'll introduce it, Your Honor.
Okay.
First reading of an ordinance annexing 851 Southwest Bowling Road to the city of Blue Springs, Missouri.
Move the bill be approved on its first reading only.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Second reading will be at the next council meeting on the 21st. Next, we have a presentation on the Park, Recreation, and Open Space Master Plan. Mr. Doble.
Thank you, Mayor and City Council. If you remember, about a year ago, we started a process of the city developing its first ever Parks and Open Space Master Plan. Through the last year, we've had several public meetings and focus group meetings with the public. On August 29th, there was a draft report that provided to the City Council and the Park Commission on that evening, and asking at that time for comments. Since that time, the comments were centered mostly around including a stronger presence for the community for all ages. On October 4th, the Park Commission reviewed the final draft document that's before the City Council tonight and has recommended adoption by City Council. Pat O'Toole with Green Play is here this evening, and he'll talk a little bit about some of the brief changes that were incorporated into the document and answer any questions that you may have about the document at this time.
Okay.
Thank you and good evening. I don't have a whole lot more to add. We went through the document and threaded in the community for all ages wherever we could based on the documents that were sent to us. Put a couple of them in the appendix as well and endorsed that program. So that's really the changes we've made. And I don't want to bore you with going through all of the recommendations again like we did the 29th, but if there's any questions, I would certainly feel.
Are there any questions from the council? Seeing none? Thank you.
Okay. I do want to say one thing. I would commend you for Dennis and the staff and the rec board. I just want to say I've been doing this 21 years, and you guys are the best and easiest city that we've done as far as getting it through a timetable, getting things done when we've asked you to turn them around and whatever. So it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for those very kind comments.
We are a city on the move, you know.
And on the right track.
The only thing I can say to that is amen. Okay. We would accept a motion to adopt the Resolution 66, 2016. Is there a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any discussion? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. I will refer this, Dennis, I will refer this back to the Park Commission to vet it and come back with recommendations to the City Council. Okay, that moves us to mayoral announcements. I will continue to say, sick and tired of being sick and tired of all the killings. The killings continue, and it needs to stop. We had 2 police officers ambushed and killed in Des Moines and Urbandale, Iowa, while sitting in their cars. It's crazy. We had a deranged man, and this is how it really gets messed up. In addition to the police officers, a deranged man in Kansas City killed his mother, shot a friend, and then killed himself because he was embezzling money from his mother. Crazy. Then we have to be responsible as parents because there was a 5-year-old got a hold of a loaded gun and killed his 3-year-old brother, which is something he's going to have to live with the rest of his life. Then I heard that there was a 1-year-old shot in Kansas City, Kansas, in his mother's car. They still haven't decided how that happened, so they're still investigating how a 1-year-old can be shot and killed. 2 women walking in Westport, drive-by shooting. They didn't kill them, but they shot them. And then the last one, again, a deranged man to kill his 4- and 5-year-old sons and kill himself. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be doing next Monday, I have an appointment at Union Station at the invitation of Mayor Sly James, and I'm sure others received the invitation too, is we're going to be doing a public service announcement talking about all the killings and how it needs to stop. So I look forward to doing that because I talk about it anyway. I think as leaders we have to talk about those things, maybe to get through to somebody. If you know something, tell somebody. So anyway, that'll bring me to thoughts to ponder. You know, I started 3 council meetings ago leading up to the presidential election tomorrow, quoting past presidents. We did Harry Truman, then we did Abraham Lincoln. Tonight comes from Ronald Reagan. And it is, if we ever forget that we are one nation under God, then we will be a nation gone under. End quote. Don't have any visitors' appearance forms, so
Your
I would
Honor?
accept the motion. I would defer. Yes.
If I may, I received, and I know we all did on the council, an email tonight talking about our own Blue Springs Police Force.
Oh, yeah.
And I must say, I couldn't be prouder of our policemen. They went above and beyond. A gentleman fell off of his balcony, and they replaced the balcony so trick-or-treaters could be there. They also went back in and put in a permanent balcony for this man. Nothing expected, nothing in the norm, and I am just so proud to say that we have a tremendous, tremendous police department, and I want to send kudos to all of them.
Yeah, they came in and did that on their time. And it was interesting in reading that with the crime scene tape or whatever the yellow tape is, they didn't want the kids to think that was part of the trick or treat.
Yeah.
And somebody go over there and get hurt. So anyway, job well done.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I want to point out that this is not an unusual thing with our police department. Just 2 weeks ago, I had a constituent approach me and talk about how he's an older gentleman who once, many years ago, served on our Parks Commission, and his daughter had a serious medical emergency, and our police department was there caring for her and his grandson, who is an infant, and they took the time to go and get him from his home, and he doesn't drive. They brought him to the house. They were caring for the child and feeding it, and we have a letter on its way to us as well on that one, and he was very, very impressed and pleased as well on that deal. So
Yeah.
kudos to our outstanding police department.
You know, occasionally I get correspondence from people, not just Blue Springs residents, but from people from out of state that had a situation that the police department was very helpful. So anyway, it's just the kind of people that we have working in the city of Blue Springs that are going over, above and beyond what's required of them because they're caring, and that's what it's all about. I will now defer to our city attorney for a motion that someone should so move.
Thank you.
Or should I say Councilman Carter should so move.
Your Honor, the appropriate motion would be to move that council go into closed session pursuant to section 610.021 subparagraphs 1, 2, and 12, revised statutes of Missouri, for the purpose of privileged communications between a governmental body or its representative and legal counsel, including litigation, contract negotiations, and sale or lease of real estate, and that any minutes, documents, or other records discussed or taken during the closed session remain closed, and that this body stand adjourned at the completion of such session.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Levasseur?
Aye.
Councilman Fowler?
Aye.
Councilman Carter?
Aye.
Councilman Edmondson?
Aye.
Councilman Culpepper?
Aye.
Councilman Quibell?
Aye.
Mayor Ross?
Aye.
Carried unanimously.
We will recess to move to our executive conference room for executive session.